Good evening, everybody. Quick update on where I'm at with this 333 stroker. We were on vacation back east, visit family, so was away for a little bit, then come back to work and still playing catch up at work. End of the month gets busy for us, so nonetheless, I had done the final cleaning on the block, painted it, put all the core plugs in it, and I showed you the cam bearings, so I got the cam bearings installed. And then today after work I came home and I was waiting for some main bearings. I ordered some standard main bearings, but this crank measured out a little bit on the high side, so I had to wait and order some X bearings. So those came in today, and they are the Summit brand. I've been liking a lot of the Summit house brand stuff. It saves a lot of money, and then it comes in and you get name brand stuff, ACL race bearings. So these are the 590HXS. So the X is for the extra oil clearance if your crank is tight, and this was measuring out at 1.5 thousandths. So I wanted 2.5 or 3 on this crank, and that's what we got with the X's. So I got home from work, remeasured the crank. Put all the bearings in, torqued it down, and then measured from front to back to make sure we had 2.5 thousandths. And we have 2.5 on the front 2 and 3 on the back 3, so that's going to work just fine. And again, this is your Summit ACL race bearings. Looking out there, you can get the same brand on Summit that's more expensive. So I've been pretty happy with their house brand stuff so far. And then so this block, the 289 block, you got to use the 2-piece rear main seal, which some people like, some people don't. One of the advantages is, though, if you want to change the seal in the car, you don't have to drop the transmission because it's 2-piece. You just take you do have to drop the pan and get the rear main cap off, and then roll it out like you would if you were changing the bearings in the car, which I've done before also. But this spins pretty nice with, and that is with the rear main seal in there. So that's some extra drag, but pretty happy with this. I just put it in with, I don't necessarily use assembly lube on everything, because if you prime the engine first with the oil pump, you're just going to pump oil all in there anyway. So just assembling this with 30 weight oil, and then when we prime it, it's going to fill everything up with oil anyway. So that's where we're at with that. Got the crank set in place and torqued down. Next, I'll probably start file fitting the rings and assembling the pistons and pistons on the rods, and then we'll wait for, again, I got X bearings coming for the crank, or for the for the rod bearings. I did get, and those will be coated. I spoke with I was trying to do all coated bearings in this, so I got coated cam bearings in there. And then when this measured a little tight, I went to go pick up, when I talked to my machinist and stuff and let him know that what I was doing with this project, and he's all, you probably don't need the coated main bearings as much, as the rod bearings take the most abuse. So I took his advice on that, and I just got the regular race bearings, not the coated ones. They're about a $40 or $50 difference. I mean, not that I couldn't afford it, but I just like to get to the minimum orders where the shipping's free, and but the rod bearings are the ones, if you're going to get coated bearings, he says the rod bearings take the most abuse. So I got coated rod bearings. I went ahead and got the coated cam bearings, were only like $20 more, so that wasn't a big deal. But that's where we're at, guys. Got the crank in there. She spins real nice by hand with the rear main seal in there. So pretty happy with this. I'll check the thrust here, but I set everything before I torqued down all the main caps completely. I went to about 30 foot-pounds and set the thrust bearing, knocked it back and forth. But it feels like it's fine. I don't think I can feel a little bit there. It's probably about 4 thousandths, 5 thousandths. But nonetheless, I'll put the I can put it on there and measure it. I just haven't got that far yet. Gonna just relax a little bit. So, but anyway, that's where we're at. We're going to be building a 333 12 to 1 and going from there. All right, guys, thanks, and hope everybody is having a happy fall time. It's starting to cool off around here, so we got to get the pool closed up, do our last polar bear plunge in the pool, which, as you can see, still got my swim trunks out, and I've been swimming in the pool, or at least taking a dip in the pool every day. Get that little bit of leaves out, and gives me a reason to get in there and, you know, brush it and all that kind of stuff. So kind of some that cold water therapy stuff. Anyway, guys, that's the update, and thanks for checking it out. I'll get back to you when we're ready to put the pistons in the rods and all that.